From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. A plea to Calgarians to conserve water until crews can fix a major water main break appears to be working. Officials report over the past 24 hours, demand for water in Calgary has dropped to the point it's nearly even with the city's supply. Mayor Jody Gondek warns the city will run out of water if people don't keep taking action.
This is not a joke. It is not some conspiracy. It is a fact. So please reduce the amount of time that you are using in the shower. Please think about whether you need to do that load of laundry. And let's talk about flushing the toilet. If you don't need to, don't flush it as many times as you typically would.
Calgary was put under a water emergency after a major feeder main in the city's northwest broke Wednesday night, flooding streets and reducing water levels. Police north of Montreal can't yet explain how two seniors died, but say their deaths at a home are being treated as suspicious. The man and woman in their 80s were found in Laval, Quebec yesterday. Autopsies have been scheduled, but police say there were no bullet nor stab wounds on the bodies. The potential for massive backlogs at Canada's border crossings and airports has been pushed back until at least Wednesday. The Public Service Alliance of Canada delayed its initial Friday afternoon strike deadline after negotiations were extended, but the union warns its more than 9,000 Canada Border Services Agency workers could still take action if talks don't produce a deal. The families of the 4 released Israeli hostages have reunited with their loved ones at the medical center in Ramat Gan. Israel carried out its largest hostage rescue operation since its latest war with Hamas began. Itai Pisak is the director of the Sheba Medical Center.
I'm happy to report that they are in stable condition, and we will continue to assess them and treat them as needed.
Today's operation brings the total number of rescued Israeli hostages to 7. 2 were freed in February, 1 was freed in the aftermath of the October 7th attack. Second World War veteran Harold Terrans and his sweetheart Jeannie Swerlin proved love is eternal as they tied the knot near the D-Day beaches in Normandy, France.
Their respective ages, he's 100 and she's a youngster of just 96. The location was the town hall of Carrington, a significant D-Day target that saw fierce fighting in 1944. That was a resounding yes from the bride after their vows were read by Carrington's mayor. The couple exchanged rings, and with champagne flutes in hand, they waved to the adoring crowds outside. And they're expected to get a very special wedding night party. The mayor said they've been invited to the state dinner at the Elysee Palace with President Emmanuel Macron and U.S. President Joe Biden. I'm Rika Ann Garcia.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Stanley Cup final begins tonight. The Oilers are looking to win their 6th Stanley Cup and their first since 1990. Panthers head coach Paul Maurice will take part in his 3rd final, but he's still looking to win his first cup.
I need to win one. No, it's not going to change. It's not going to change the section of my life that's not related to hockey at all. Yeah, that's just the truth. That's how I feel. I'm 30 years into this thing. Wouldn't mind winning one.
In baseball action, the Toronto Blue Jays are in Oakland for the second game of a 3-game series with the Athletics this afternoon. At the top of the 6th, the Jays were up 6-0. The Edmonton Elks have opened their CFL season at home against the Saskatchewan Roughriders. At the end of the second quarter, the Elks were ahead 11-7. At the 3rd round of the PGA's Memorial Tournament in Dublin, Ohio, Canada's Adam Hadwin is in second place. At 1 under through 18, he's 4 shots back of Masters champion Scotty Scheffler. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.